Darian Fenton.
Thank you, Mr Chair. I rise to take a very brief call on the Prisoners and Victims Claims 2012 Expiry and Application Dates Amendment Bill. It's been very interesting listening to the debate because this bill is new to me, so it's been very interesting listening to the Honourable Phil Goff and Charles Chevelle explain the history of this bill and the background to it, and also set out Labour's position, I think, on this whole issue of compensation, but also victims' rights very clearly and I think very succinctly. The bill is about extending the restrictions on the award of compensation under the Prisoners and Victims Claims Act 2005 because they are due to expire on the 1st of July, and so it extends the deadline for one more year. It is a temporary measure, and I do want to put on the record my unease about the pace that this has gone through the process. I understand the bill had its first reading on the 2nd of May. There was a very short time frame for submissions. There were 5 submissions, 4 of which were opposed to the bill for human rights concerns. I also understand that since the enactment of that bill in 2005, there's been a low number of claims, such as the one that triggered the original legislation, and Labor believes that an inquiry into the legislation, I'm pleased to hear the Minister's assurances about what will take place in the next year, but to see whether it could be repealed or there should be, could be replaced with an alternative is a good course of action. And I hope that there will be a genuine look at this, the options around this bill. The Labor Party has made it clear that we only supported the extension of the sunset clause to ensure that if a replacement legislation is required, one can be developed. We don't think the need for replacement legislation has been made clear, and a review of the claims under this legislation is required to ensure that the correct balance between compensation for breaches by the Crown and the need to remedy the victims is struck. So, with those few words, Mr Chair, I'm pleased to support this bill in its committee stages.
Asanati Loloi Taylor.